What if I told you that the key to a happier, more fulfilling life has been hiding in plain sight for over 2 millennia? What if the answers to your most pressing life questions were already discovered by ancient philosophers, just waiting for you to uncover them? Ever wondered how to find inner peace in a chaotic world, or how to face life's challenges head-on without losing your cool? Stick around, because these Stoic insights might just revolutionize the way you approach life. Lesson 1. The power of inner peace. At the core of Stoic philosophy lies the principle of maintaining an untroubled spirit. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. Rather, it's about cultivating a sense of inner calm that allows us to respond to life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Consider how often external events dictate our emotions. We get frustrated in traffic, angry at co-workers, or anxious about circumstances beyond our control. But here's the crucial insight. By reacting emotionally to these external events, we're giving away our power. As the Stoics taught, we have power over our mind, not outside events. Developing inner peace isn't about avoiding difficulties or pretending everything is fine. It's about building resilience and emotional intelligence. Start by practicing mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and emotions without immediately reacting to them. When faced with a challenging situation, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, acknowledge it and refocus your energy on what you can influence. Remember, anyone who can make you angry becomes your master. By cultivating inner peace, you reclaim your power and freedom. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a lifelong practice, but with consistent effort, you can develop a calm center that remains steady amidst life's storms, allowing you to respond to challenges with wisdom rather than reactive emotion. Lesson 2. Embracing reality and facing challenges. Stoicism teaches us to look things in the face and know them for what they are. This principle encourages us to confront reality head-on without sugarcoating or avoiding uncomfortable truths. It's about developing the courage to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. In our daily lives, we often shy away from difficult situations or unpleasant truths. We might procrastinate on important tasks, avoid necessary but uncomfortable conversations, or deny problems in our relationships or careers. But avoidance only prolongs our suffering and prevents growth. The Stoics used a powerful metaphor for this principle. Be like a cliff against which waves continually break. The cliff doesn't fight the waves or try to avoid them. It stands firm, allowing the water to crash against it without being moved or damaged. To apply this in your life, start by identifying areas where you're avoiding reality. Are there conversations you're putting off? Problems you're ignoring? Once identified, make a commitment to face these challenges directly. Remember, difficulty shows what we truly are. When things get tough, that's when our true character is revealed. Embracing reality doesn't mean being pessimistic. Instead, it's about seeing clearly so we can act effectively. When we face our challenges head-on, we often find they're not as insurmountable as we feared. Moreover, each difficulty we overcome builds our resilience and confidence for future challenges. This principle also applies to how we view ourselves. It's about honest self-assessment, acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses without ego or self-deception. By seeing ourselves clearly, we can work on genuine self-improvement rather than maintaining comforting illusions. Lesson 3. The art of listening. In a world that often values speaking over listening, the Stoic emphasis on attentive listening is particularly relevant. As Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, pointed out, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say. True listening is an art that goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves giving our full attention to the speaker, seeking to understand not just the content of their words, but the emotions and intentions behind them. This deep listening fosters empathy, builds stronger relationships, and opens us up to new perspectives and ideas. In practice, cultivating the art of listening requires conscious effort. Start by eliminating distractions when someone is speaking to you. Put away your phone, turn off notifications, and give the speaker your full attention. Practice active listening techniques. Maintain eye contact, nod to show understanding, and ask clarifying questions. Moreover, listen without immediately formulating your response. Often we're so eager to share our own thoughts that we're not fully present to what's being said. Instead, try to truly absorb what the other person is saying before you respond. The art of listening extends beyond our interactions with others. It also involves listening to ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, and intuitions. Regular self-reflection, perhaps through journaling or meditation, can help us become better attuned to our inner voice. By becoming better listeners, we not only improve our relationships, but also expand our understanding of the world. We learn more, make fewer assumptions, and become more empathetic. In a world full of noise and constant chatter, the ability to truly listen is a rare and valuable skill. Remember, every person you meet knows something you don't. By listening attentively, you open yourself up to continuous learning and growth. Lesson 4. Valuing time as our most precious resource. Time is the most valuable resource we have, yet it's often the one we use most carelessly. The Stoics were acutely aware of the finite nature of time and the importance of using it wisely. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Consider how often we fritter away our time on meaningless activities, mindless scrolling on social media, binge-watching TV shows, or engaging in pointless arguments. While relaxation and entertainment have their place, excessive indulgence robs us of the time we could spend on more meaningful pursuits. To apply this Stoic principle, start by becoming more conscious of how you spend your time. Keep a time log for a week, noting how you spend each hour. You might be surprised at how much time is wasted on activities that don't align with your values or goals. Next, prioritize your activities based on their importance, not just their urgency. Remember, time is the one thing we can never get back. Use it wisely, investing in activities that align with your values and contribute to your long-term goals. Lesson 5. The pursuit of contentment. In a world that constantly encourages us to want more, the Stoic emphasis on contentment is both radical and liberating. The Stoics taught that true wealth lies not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This principle challenges us to find satisfaction in what we have, rather than constantly craving more. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This shift in perspective, from focusing on what we lack to appreciating what we have, is key to finding contentment. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way to cultivate contentment. Each day, take time to acknowledge the good things in your life, no matter how small. This could be as simple as appreciating a warm meal, a comfortable bed, or a moment of peace. By regularly practicing gratitude, we train our minds to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Another aspect of contentment is learning to differentiate between needs and wants. Our society often blurs this line, presenting luxuries as necessities. Take time to reflect on what you truly need for a fulfilling life. You might find that many of the things you've been pursuing don't actually contribute to your happiness. Contentment doesn't mean complacency or lack of ambition. It's possible to be content with what you have while still working towards goals. The key is to find satisfaction in the journey rather than constantly postponing happiness until you reach a certain destination. Remember, external circumstances are often beyond our control, but our response to them is always within our power. By cultivating contentment, we can find a sense of richness and fulfillment that no amount of external wealth can provide. Lesson 6. The power of self-discipline. Self-discipline is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes not from being able to do whatever we want, but from mastering our desires and aligning our actions with our values. Self-discipline involves delaying gratification, overcoming procrastination, and consistently choosing what aligns with our long-term goals over what feels good in the moment. It's about building habits that serve us rather than being slaves to our impulses. Developing self-discipline starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your habits and patterns. Where do you struggle with self-control? Is it with food, social media, sleep habits, or work procrastination? Identifying these areas is the first step to improving them. Next, set clear goals and create systems to support them. If you want to exercise regularly, for example, prepare your workout clothes the night before and schedule your workout time like any other important appointment. Small, consistent actions build the muscle of self-discipline over time. Practice the Stoic technique of voluntary discomfort. Occasionally deny yourself comforts or luxuries you're accustomed to. This might mean taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or sleeping on the floor. These practices build resilience and remind us that we can endure discomfort when necessary. Remember, self-discipline isn't about punishment or deprivation. It's about aligning our actions with our values and long-term goals. Every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you're building your self-discipline. Importantly, be compassionate with yourself when you falter. Self-discipline is a skill that takes time to develop. If you slip up, reflect on what led to it, learn from it, and recommit to your goals. Lesson 7. Embracing change and impermanence. Change is the only constant in life, yet many of us resist it, clinging to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. The Stoics understood the inevitability of change and encouraged us to not only accept it, but to embrace it as a natural part of life. Resisting change often leads to suffering. We become attached to how things are or how we think they should be, and when reality doesn't match our expectations, we feel frustrated or disappointed. The Stoic approach is to align ourselves with the natural flow of change rather than fighting against it. This doesn't mean we should be passive in the face of change. Rather, it's about cultivating adaptability and resilience. When change occurs, instead of immediately reacting with fear or resistance, pause and ask yourself, how can I adapt to this new situation? What opportunities might this change bring? Practicing mindfulness can help us become more comfortable with change and impermanence. By staying present and observing our experiences without judgment, we can learn to flow with life's changes rather than being overwhelmed by them. Remember, every ending brings a new beginning. When one chapter of life closes, it creates space for something new to emerge. By embracing change, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. Marcus Aurelius advised, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This reminds us to fully engage with our current circumstances and relationships, knowing they are temporary. By embracing change and impermanence, we can live more fully in the present moment, appreciate what we have while we have it, and navigate life's transitions with greater ease and grace. Lesson 8. Living with integrity. Integrity, the alignment of our thoughts, words, and actions, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that living with integrity was not just morally right, but also the path to inner peace and true happiness. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This powerful statement reminds us that our actions speak louder than our words. It's easy to talk about our values and beliefs, but the real test is whether we live them out consistently, especially when it's challenging to do so. Living with integrity means being true to ourselves and our values, even when no one is watching. It's about doing the right thing, not because we'll be rewarded or recognized, but because it's the right thing to do. This inner consistency brings a sense of peace and self-respect that no external validation can match. Integrity also involves being honest with ourselves and others. This means acknowledging our mistakes, taking responsibility for our actions, and being willing to admit when we're wrong. It's about aligning our public persona with our private reality, rather than presenting a false image to the world. Practicing integrity requires courage. There will be times when living according to our values may be unpopular or inconvenient. We might face pressure to compromise our principles for short-term gain. In these moments, we must remember that the cost of losing our integrity is far greater than any temporary benefit. To cultivate integrity, start by clarifying your core values. What principles are most important to you? Once you've identified these, look for ways to align your daily actions with these values. When faced with a decision, ask yourself, does this align with who I want to be? Remember, integrity is not about perfection. We all make mistakes and fall short of our ideals at times. The key is to acknowledge these lapses, learn from them, and recommit to our principles. As Marcus Aurelius advised, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. By living with integrity, we build trust in our relationships, respect for ourselves, and a reputation that stands the test of time. And there you have it. 8 powerful Stoic lessons that can transform your life if applied consistently. But remember, knowledge without action is just information. The real magic happens when you start implementing these principles in your daily life. So, I want to hear from you. Which of these Stoic lessons resonated with you the most? How do you plan to apply them in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel and lets me know you want more content like this. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay notified about new uploads. Remember, as the Stoics taught us, every day is a new opportunity to grow and improve.